everybody, Josh here. I am the creator of the Excel Dashboard Toolkit, and I just want to give you a quick walkthrough, show you what's in the toolkit, explain a little bit about how it works. These are just screenshots from the toolkit I've put together so we can go through it really quickly, but it'll let you know kind of all the elements you're getting, all the different pieces. The core toolkit is made up of a series of dashboards, some instructions, a little bit of intro into colors and using UI elements, and then a big set of charts and visual design features you can use. So I've got 3 sample dashboards in there. It's these 3 here, each just kind of illustrating different elements and different ways of using these dashboard pieces as you're building your own dashboards. Some instructions explaining how to kind of assign data to visualization. For a lot of you, this will be something you're familiar with already, but it can be a little complex. It's good to just have a reference to use. I have a little bit of information about colors, sample color palettes here, and some other UI elements people can use. But the bulk of it is really here. These are each going to be a separate worksheet when you open up the file. It'll have instructions, an example of a chart, and then in each separate worksheet it'll have different versions of it in different colors. These sometimes use more advanced chart concepts, but the overall UI element you can kind of apply any way you want. You don't have to use an advanced chart. You can use a standard chart and just apply the same styles. It's really just a starting point, but I've included some fancier stuff in there for maybe more advanced users who are just curious about building different types of charts or visualizations in Excel. And that's the core toolkit. There's also a few other files in here that I've just kind of included as a little bonus, or to illustrate different concepts. So this futuristic looking dashboard I've included in the toolkit. It is really just a great example of how you can use the shape features in Excel to create really cool visual styles. All this uses is standard Excel shape features. Under the Insert menu, there's Insert Shape. I've just used that and then stylized them a little bit using the style features that are in there. You can kind of deconstruct this and look at each element to understand how it's built, and it'll, I believe, help you sort of open up your thinking around stylizing your dashboards in Excel. I've also included this infographic example. This is in there really as another file for you to kind of deconstruct, just look at how it all works. And it also is just to try to open up people's minds to this idea that, like, in Excel, you don't just have to do standard dashboard visualizations. You can do things like infographics. There's plenty of visual design capabilities. And you can go and click into each of these, see how I built it, understand kind of how you can build something in your own style as well. And the last one are a couple of guides. So I've got what I call a card layout guide. This is just explaining a little bit about how I think of building a narrative around my data, and how each segment of my dashboard is trying to kind of tell a story or express an idea. And the last is a color guide. I don't have all of the pages here. There's a few more in the color guide, but just an intro to color to Excel, kind of explaining where do your colors come from? How do you choose them? What do you need to think about when you're choosing colors? If you're doing a chart or a visualization, how do you choose colors that are going to be effective and communicate whatever you're trying to communicate with your data in an effective way? And it all comes together to be this one big, beautiful toolkit, separated into, like I said, a few different files, but all available to you. Every single one of these elements is in there. And I've really, I've put a lot of time and effort into building this thing. There's going to be more elements coming. If you buy the toolkit, you can sign up for the newsletter, and I'll continue sending out updates as I go. And I really hope you're able to use it and get some new ideas and maybe a little bit of inspiration, along with level up some of your Excel dashboarding skills. Thanks so much.